Page 73, Waltz Time. Waltz Time, they are introducing some more dynamic signs. You have a crescendo and diminuendo. A crescendo simply means get louder. Diminuendo, or dim for short, means get softer. You can abbreviate crescendo to cress, whatever, you'll see it. Then also they have those arrows, those long arrows, I call them hairpins. Not just me, lots of people call them hairpins. And you read the hairpin the way you'd read the notes. So if the hairpin starts at a point, that's the softer part. As the lines in the hairpin get further apart, you get louder. Therefore, it represents a crescendo. The other one, the lines start apart, that's the louder part, and as the lines come together, as you're reading it across the page, they get softer. That's a diminuendo. In the second line on here, in the second and third measures, you have that. In the left hand, you're getting, starting out softly, and then each note will get a little bit louder. And you have to experiment because you don't want to get really loud. There's not necessarily a lot of difference between the louds and the softs on these crescendo and diminuendo. You have to experiment and see how you want to do. I'm exaggerating because the equipment tries to level everything out, and so I have to exaggerate it to get it to come across. And then for the diminuendo, the right hand has to take it, and each chord will get a little softer. So it's here, both hands together. Like so. Now when it gets louder and softer, I call that a swell. You swell it. You'll get, oh, and then come back down. And it's... And you get the same thing in the last line. So do what you can with the little crescendo and diminuendo thing in there. Experiment. Keep in mind the melodies in the left hand. It's got to be louder than the chords. But you can still use the chords to help you out with those diminuendos by playing the first chord a little louder than the second. And that helps to die it away too. Now in this piece, it's a 3/4 time. There is a repeated sign at the end, so we'll play it twice. And they have a note down there at the end. On the repeat, both hands in 8 VA, one octave higher. So again, we're going to pretend middle C simply goes up an octave on the piano, and it's going to be here. So the first time you're in middle C position here, the second time you're in middle C position here, and you're going to play it up here. The speed is what they call a moderate waltz tempo. Tempo is another word for time. When in music we call it speed. What is the tempo? Means how fast is it going to go, or how slow is it going to go. You know, how much time are you going to take on it? That tempo time, right? So let's try this out and see what happens. I'll give us 3 counts and we'll play it together. In middle C position. 1, ready, go. Repeat. 2, 3, off.